Hey everybody, this is the PC version of Fist of Awesome, and this is supposed to be a simple, long as shit guide of some tricks you can use whenever speedrunning. I highly recommend always resetting your save file and using a controller. The buttons I have set up, which I'm just going to redo now anyway. The D-pad, left, right, up, down for movement. Jumping is the A button. Punching is the X button. Kick is the B. Stomp is the Y. Back kick is left bumper. Start and select don't really matter. The jump and the punch, or jump and the kick, are the same as the select and back buttons. That is very important actually, and you'll see why. It's the way it's set up, which I'll explain, is very unique. Whenever a text box shows up like this first one, you could either sit through it and just slowly read and tap, or spam the X and B button. Just tap them both at the same exact time, and it just goes by extraordinarily fast. Will you help me? I guess so, is the last two text boxes you have to spam through. If you get the timing down great, you can get to that and not have to scream and yell, because that's what happens if you skip through it too fast, or skip through it and not stop trying to skip it. First enemy tutorial, how to show you how to fight. The fastest way I've found how to fight is 3 punches, 1 kick, and then walking into them, so that you can get a kick to the nuts to stun lock them. You pretty much want to do that throughout the entire game, unless you're completely surrounded, which will happen later on in the game. And trying to manage all the enemies on screen is actually a pain in the ass. You'll face, I haven't really ever kept track, but you'll face a couple enemies every stage or every section, and there's a bug, if I can show it next time. Whenever you get to a boss and do a jump kick, same rules apply with fighting bosses. 3 punches, 1 kick, that's it. Just keep repeating that. Whenever you get to the end of the level, spam X and B, or X and A, and then constantly spam the A button. The way it's set up is, while this level up menu is up, the game is still going. You can still skip through stuff. And generally, you don't want to kick this bear specifically. They won't attack you ever, at least in this version, and it just slows down the game. Not really worth it. Everything else will attack you. That's the only enemy in the game, I believe, that doesn't attack you. And it's pretty much the same thing until you get to a specific enemy. I don't know what it's called, but I will cut over to it as soon as I can. Oh, also, another thing with fighting, Timber, the main character, has a special hand, the Fist of Awesome. It has special properties that let you do special attacks. You do not want to use the special attacks at all if you can help it. I think there's either an issue with Windows 10 or something with my specific setup, but I occasionally get dropped inputs. So if I ever accidentally do a special attack, that's pretty much the reason why. For some reason on my computer, it doesn't like to cooperate. There is something you can do before every boss fight. If you feel the need, jump into it. Like, if you do it correctly, you can jump into the cutscene, keep smashing the jump and attack button, and he'll jump even higher as the cutscene is going. There's no real reason to do it besides, fuck it, why not? But yeah, you want to spam the X button after getting out of the level up menu, and you'll hear, if you can hear it, you can hear punching in the background. And you'll notice health is already lower on them. The way the game handles level ups is fairly unique because there's no loading screen. It's all done on the fly. So that means whenever you level up, it automatically applies the new damage or new speed or new health to the game without going through any loading screens. When leveling up, you do not want to bother leveling up health. Health in this game for speedrunning is absolutely useless until after you get your speed and your strength completely maxed out, which whenever running through the game, you're never actually going to max out speed, so you're never actually going to touch health. If you do it like this, with a clean save file each time. The only reason I say do a clean save file each time is there's a New Game Plus feature in this. By whenever you actually beat the game, it automatically saves whatever stats you had, and you're able to go through and just wreck everything on easy mode, which easy mode is the default difficulty that it gives you. That's the only one I've ever bothered with. You could also go through and do the arena for more level ups, but again, it's better to do a clean save file. I mean, sure, it might be faster with New Game Plus. That's a completely different category though. But jump kick, yeah, it still does part of the animation. I said earlier there was one enemy type that you're unable to get into a stun lock. No, I was wrong. There's actually two enemy types besides bosses. In the next level, there's the dinosaurs, which they're only in for that one level. And After that is, I don't know what they're called. I honestly have no idea. I just call them the fucking assholes. But every enemy besides bosses and dinosaurs, and another enemy, you can get into a stun lock by kicking them in the nuts. That was a dinosaur. So I'll stop this here, I'll make a cut, and I'll show you the other enemy type, which cannot be stun locked. Oh yeah, another thing I want to make note of before I get to the guys that you cannot stun lock. You'll notice green arrows on the bottom of some stuff, like this sign for example. Walk up to it, everything stops, and you read whatever is there. Or the main character and his hand make some comment about what's going on. Avoid these like the absolute plague. They, for speedrunning at least, they are completely useless and waste time. And, I keep mentioning stun locks. Walking up to something after kicking it, almost everything you can just grab and kick. The issue with the dinosaurs, the bosses, and I don't even remember the other thing. I know what he looks like, I don't know what the hell the name is. These guys coming up actually. I don't know what the hell they are. You cannot walk up to them and get them into a stun lock. The issue with that, their hitbox specifically, they can hit stuff, like they can hit you before you can hit them. Their reach is insane. And the reason I say health upgrades are completely useless, they can do every attack you can. They can do like special random attacks, and they, like any enemy, can do a stun lock on you. They can kick you, grab you, and get you into a stun lock. That's why I say health is completely useless and you shouldn't bother with it when speedrunning. Casually playing through, hell yeah, grab health. But besides that, you can't really do anything besides manage where everything is at. Keep an eye on your health if enemies are surrounding you. And that's pretty much everything. The only exception is with the last stage, which I'll show. There's the last stage I call the worst pain in the ass in this game. The enemy type, since these are like medieval guys, are strippers. Literally strippers. The bears you saw earlier, yeah, that's going to be in there. You're going to go into the strip club and fight strippers. But they're the most aggressive, and from what I can tell, the most random. They don't really seem to have any kind of pattern that I've been able to figure out. Like, I'll think, oh yeah, this is totally good. Like that, what just happened. There'll also be enemies that will just walk away from you for no reason. They're just there to run out games. But that's pretty much everything. I'll show the last boss. You can get a stun lock on the first phase of the last boss, but you cannot get, multiple kicks, like you can with everything else. If you get him into a stun lock, you can only kick him once, and then it's back to normal punches. Yeah, whenever you get to this part, the train station, or tube, you will more than likely have maximum power, so after that, you want to work on speed. Because whenever these guys are walking away from you, you want to actually be able to catch up to them. I would hope. But that's pretty much um
Bear fight! Oh!